just always there. And back then it was like the radio, you would listen to the Beatles, that would be followed by Frank Sinatra, followed by a country song, followed by, that was all one station. Worked a lot, 8-12 hours a day, 6-7 days a week, part of the game.
Yeah.
Music kind of took a back seat to that. I would still play in the evenings or whatever, and wrote a little bit, but not as much as I would have wanted to. Went out and played for a while, playing some of the coffee houses. Liked it. It was neat. Didn't have huge crowds or anything, but it felt good. I did that on my 4-day breaks. After the midnights, you get a 4-day break, so that weekend I would go out and play. Well, Mom passed away, then shortly followed by my wife, and a couple years later by my son, and I just kept burying myself deeper into it, writing some stuff that no one's ever going to hear. But I write everything I can. It doesn't all have to be emotionally charged. It's a song, it's a piece of art. And if you can, anything you can create is a piece of art with your world. I mean, and I edit extensively because I can write one in an hour. I'm not going to be happy with it. But if I edit it for a month or two,
sure,
I'll have something I like. I want to go back in, and I don't like the color of the trees that I made out of that picture, so I'll paint them a different color until it flows. And I do record some to just a small cassette player if I get the idea. I write down everything. I have a clipboard in every room at the house with if I have a thought, jot it down, and it comes from all different directions. I'll just sit down and play something one night. A phrase will hit that flow of that song, and I'll create off of that. And then just figure out where that goes. What feeling do I get out of that?
Mm-hmm.
And put some sort of a word to it. I'll find a phrase or a feeling to it and go with that and just start writing stuff down. Or if I'm lucky, I turned on the recorder and I'll record the words I've gotten. Neil Young, John Prine, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Fogelberg, and then into the harder stuff, Jefferson Airplane. You'd hear Miles Davis's Kind of Blue album, and we'd sit around. Everybody would show up at my buddy's house. He had a nice stereo system. Like every other Friday, everyone would show up there. Everybody would bring an album, and we'd just sit there and we'd listen through the whole album. And then we'd play the next guy's album. I do believe I found Dale. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And a lot of it is based off of the lyric. Crosby, Stills and Nash, Neil Young, the lyric they came up with, John Prine especially, the lyrics he would used to come up with, the line, you listen to that line and go, damn, just that one line out of that song, and it just sparks something. It's so neat.
Yeah.
I feel, in my personal opinion. Getting stuff recorded is the main thing right now. I'll play some shows here and there. If I can find a venue that would accommodate what I do, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is the younger kids. This is their time. This is their rock and roll. I'd kind of like to do the cabin waltz. And amidst all the life that was happening, a buddy of mine said, I got a camper out here out in the boonies outside of Freeport. I went out there and I looked at this guy, had a little cabin for sale, and so I bought the cabin. And the one night I went out and sat on the picnic table, and then Moon's out there and everything. And this just started to come to me, and that's what that all came from. First few lines of it, I don't want to go home, but I just can't stay here because it was still too funky to sleep there. And as the moon hit my eyes, and it just worked well.
I don't want to go home, though I just can't stay here. As the moon fills my eyes and she senses my fears, not to lead you astray, to be honest, said she, if you're gonna dance with the devil, well, you might as well leave.
I'm a songwriter and a guitar player.
Yeah.
I'm not a guitarist. I'm not a musician. I'm just a songwriter and a guitar player. That's all. But I feel good at what I do, but still don't consider myself particularly a musician.
Hear her closing the door, a smile on my face. And I know how she